Welcome to the channel, guys, and today on this video I'm gonna do a review on the Plastidip. This is probably gonna be like a 3.5, almost 4 months that it's been on here. So basically I'll just go over kind of how I feel about it, the ease of applying it and all that stuff. So basically, obviously, since going from silver to blue, it shows the dirt a lot more, which it's expected because you're making it a darker color and mud and stuff and dust is a lighter color. So it's kind of expected for that to happen. But basically, first impression of a Plastidip vehicle in general to me is I think it looks really cool because you can change it any color you want and then just peel it off later. So it's a really awesome concept. The only thing with Plastidip is, like, you have to obviously make sure, and this is with painting in general, but you have to make sure that like every single part and little crevice is clean and 100% perfect. Has no dirt, no oil, residue of anything, nothing. It can't have anything on it, which is kind of obvious. So, but then on top of that, you have to go over the entire thing with a pre-dip solution. And basically you're getting the panels and the body ready for dip. So in doing that, you have to make sure not only is everything clean, but then you have to take the pre-dip and then you have to get every single little crevice, and which for my truck and Colby's Mustang, we went over everything twice just to make sure that we got everything. So in doing that, and I'll take a step inside here because it happened on the inside. Apparently, I don't know if I didn't get enough pre-dip or anything, but it actually lifted in the corners once it started to dry. So you really have to be very precise in the pre-dip because it can lift, and if you have any oils and if you don't have it 100% clean, it can lift. And for instance, like, there's just a spot right here that you can kind of see the silver down behind it because it lifted here, and there's a kind of a bubble right there. So a lot of it, I think, is, I mean, we went over everything twice, but I'm just kind of guessing that it's because we didn't get pre-dip, or it wasn't clean and it had like something there, residue of something. So, but I'm just gonna assume that we didn't get pre-dip there. So that's kind of a downfall, I guess, is maybe we missed it, but going over it twice, I wouldn't think we would have missed it. That was the whole point in going over everything twice. And there's just a little bubble right there where it had lifted a little. And Colby's Mustang, there was a couple spots that did the same. But overall, it really wasn't, it didn't turn out horrible. I mean, there's some spots with a little bit of, that it got a little rough. Like you can tell there was a little bit of overspray. But either way, I mean, for the first time ever doing dip, I mean, it's a time-consuming process just because of the fact that there's so much prep work involved, and there's so much, just everything's so time-consuming. The preparation of taping everything, the pre-dip, the washing. I mean, you kind of gotta expect that when you get into a project like this. So, but I mean, everything overall turned out really well. I'm happy and pleased with it. And I do miss the silver sometimes, but it's just, I don't know. I mean, will I do it again? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, if I would do it again. I mean, it's really cool. I love having the ability to change the color. I mean, I love the way it looks. Don't get me wrong. I really do. But all the work and time and everything involved, and, you know, I mean, they have ways. I should be able to roll this corner back here and pull the whole panel off in one clean sheet. But there's little spots like up here, which I'm sure it's gonna come off, but like, for instance, the door seals here got blue on them. I should technically be able to pull that off too and make everything clean. It's just when you go to peel it off, I just feel like it's gonna be a huge project and a lot more time consuming as well to do that, which there again, it should be expected. But comparing this to maybe vinyl wrap, you wouldn't have, like, you wouldn't get overspray on the windshield or stuff like that, which we had taped most of that stuff, so it wasn't really an issue. but there was some spots that we had to like clean up afterwards. So there's pros and cons, I guess, but my overall review for it, I would definitely say it's holding up decently. You know, it's not like you can come up to it and like, I mean, scratch it and it's not gonna come off. It's not gonna peel. It's not like it's just kind of sitting on there. I mean, you can rub it, you can hit it with your knuckle. I mean, it's not gonna just come off that easy. But what I have noticed, and the truck's a little dirty now, but the big thing that I have noticed, and a lot of it's because my tires stick out and they do pick up some stones and rocks occasionally, and I don't know if I can even find it, but it has actually peeled. I shouldn't say peeled, but it has actually chipped the Plastidip at like certain spots. I know there was one somewhere in here, but if I were to clean this door panel off here, you'd see a bunch of little silver specks sticking through, and basically that's from the rocks that are flying off of my tire and hitting the body. I used to pull all the rocks every time I'd leave my house in my driveway, but once in a while I don't, or if I go in a dirt parking lot, it's kind of hard. I'm not gonna stop in traffic and pull rocks. But either way, what else I've noticed too is right here is a spot, and that was actually a bug that smacked into it. So, I mean, it's not, there's a couple other, there's one there and one there. I mean, there's little tiny specks here and there, but it's not like every single bug that's gonna hit it is gonna chip it or peel it off. I mean, for all I know, that could have been a huge moth or something. I mean, I don't know, but either way, I mean, yeah, a bug did take it off and stuff, and it's a peelable paint, so you know, it's not like the paint on the car that it's like, if a bug hits it, and even bugs on that, you can still get chips sometimes. So it all really depends, but overall, I would definitely give this a good review. I mean, like I said, it's really time consuming, and when I go ahead and peel it off and remove it, I'll do like another kind of review type thing on it, or how the process of that was, and I'll probably do a whole video on that, because who doesn't want to watch me peel it off? So, because I'm kind of honestly excited to go and peel it off as much as I was to change the color. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of fun to just rip all the panels off and have an extremely clean body truck underneath, because the truck is still extremely clean underneath, minus the one spot over there where it kind of lifted. So other than that, it should be extremely clean underneath, and I won't have to really clean it right away. So I'm kind of excited for that. And I do miss the silver. I do see pictures of it sometimes, so I'm kind of fighting myself. And if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture with a split picture with the two colors of the truck, the silver and the blue. And a lot of you guys were telling me to go with the silver. I didn't really have one person tell me to go with the blue. So I'm definitely gonna be going back to the silver at some point for sure. And I'm not 100% sure when, but I'm definitely gonna be going back there. So I do like the silver. The blue just makes it offset and the black stuff and everything stands out so much more. But I do miss the silver. The silver looks great. But either way, that's off topic. So as far as spraying it on there, it compared to like an automotive paint or a spray paint or stuff like that, to where you can get runs, the Plastidip really doesn't run that easy. I mean, I did have it run, I think I had one run over on the side here, and I actually kind of covered it up pretty well. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera, if the camera even pick it up, but yeah, right there it is. You can just kind of barely see it, but most of it I got covered up, and really it does not run very easy. I mean, you spray it on there, and maybe it's the gun, the way I had the gun set too helped, but once you figure out the sweet spot and getting the gun set, which is probably kind of hard, but once you get that figured out, then you just go spray into town, and I mean, it turns out really well. So I didn't buy obviously the spray kit or the spray gun kit from dipyourcar.com, but I bought a gun that they used before, so I knew it would work. I knew it would be fine, because that's the gun they used to use. Now they're just selling their own. So either way, I will put the link in the description for the gun I used, and for dipyourcar.com, and for the pre-dip spray, all the supplies that I used, I'll put all that in the description. But overall, out of 5, I would probably give Plastidip, I'd say a 3.5, you know, just because it's such like tedious type work, which like I said is expected, but the fact that it like will lift so easy, I don't know, maybe it was human error, but either way. And then the little chips and stuff, I mean, I can understand rocks, but a bug, I don't know. I'm not really sure if a bug should chip it that easy. And there again, it could have been a human error, but I kind of doubt that would have been a human error. I mean, there's been tons of bugs that hit this all over this, so it's just that one spot. So the biggest thing that I do love about the Plastidip is the fact that I can let it on through the winter when it snows and they dump all that salt on the road. It will definitely protect the paint, definitely protect the body underneath. And that is a big plus. I'm definitely digging that because I hate the salt and I hate rust, and I don't want to give this thing any chance to rust. So if you've watched any of the past videos, you've seen that I spray bed liner. I've done it twice so far on the frame and all that stuff, because I don't want rust on this. I want to do anything that I can to prevent the rust. So that's why I do that. And that's why this will probably stay on through the winter, just for the simple fact that I don't want all the salt and everything on it. And I can preserve the body underneath at least until spring. So it probably won't come off this winter, but either way. So yeah, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And other than that, there's really not a whole lot to it other than spraying it, their cleanup and all that stuff. I mean, it's tedious work. So if you're not planning on taking the time to do it and do it right and pre-dip everything, which, like I said, I don't know if we miss spots or whatever, but that's besides the point. But if you're not willing to take all the time that is required to do it, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't waste the money. I wouldn't buy the Plastidip or any of that stuff, because I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not the cheapest either. So if you're not really looking to, if you want something that's quick and easy, this isn't really gonna be for you. But at the same time, if you want to change the color of your vehicle but don't want to just completely paint it and not have the color that it originally was, this is your way to go. I mean, same thing with Colby's Mustang. You know, when he wants to go back to that green, bam, peel it off, you're done. You're going back to the green, no problem. And if you would paint that on, automotive paint, not really going back unless you paint it. So 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5, I should say. So that's basically it on Plastidip. If you guys have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below, or comment on some of the stuff on Instagram, wherever. I'll try to get back to all of you guys. And hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to stay tuned for the car, as some of the parts should soon be on the way, and definitely going to be keep doing stuff with this. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out some of the past videos, and stay tuned for more. Have a great day.